A warm welcome on this particular live streaming, and whoever is watching, please, you're going to be surprised because we have very special guest today, and that is from my community Internet Lifestyle Hub under my mentorship program. And she is a IT professional, so I can really connect with her, and I myself work in the IT industry, and she's managing her job along with so many different things. So her name is Ashwati Sahu. So welcome, Ashwati, in this live streaming, and I warmly welcome you, and I really want to thank you spend time, even you are working in critical job and critical assignments. Along with that, you are doing the coaching part also. So my today's this particular live streaming is all about how to manage work life balance when you have so many things in your plate. So just tell our audience like what is your background a little bit more, and how you are able to do that. So it is up to
Sure.
you, Sashwati. Yeah.
Thank you, Sonal, for such a lovely introduction.
Thank you.
And I have been into IT for a long time now, more than a decade. And that is my profession. But by passion, I'm a millennial transformation coach. That is something that has been my calling for a long time. And I started following it a few years back. Okay. Apart from that, I'm an avid traveler. I love dancing. I am a yoga enthusiast and I'm part of Art of Living as well. So sometimes I do volunteering activities. So the question that you asked me, how do I manage to do all these things? Somewhere I would say it is the proper planning, first thing. Second is spirituality, like practicing yoga, meditation, that gives you strength, calm mind, focused attitude. And the third thing I would say is taking life easy, not because the more we get stressed about things or the more we get obsessed about things, what happens is we get more stressed or burnout. We feel
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yes.
So these three things, if we avoid, then definitely it gives us more of energy and less of effort. Like more work can be done with less energy and less energy. When I say spending less energy and less effort, so that would give you a lot of time to work on different activities that you actually feel inclined to.
Great.
And I would like to add a few more things. The first thing I would say, doing this work-life balance, and rather the question that you asked is very apt this day because I had mentioned I had done a survey of about 100 people, working professionals. And what I got to know is people really want to balance work life. And this I got 60% people actually voted that they want to manage work life, and that is the priority area for the key area for them.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So what I believe is that is again my opinion. There is nothing called work life balance. Rather, it is work life integration. Why I say this, me being from the IT background for so many years, and now the IT industry is shifting to hybrid model.
Yes.
Earlier it was office and then home, but now it is a complete hybrid model and few complete work from home. So what happens is there is an integration that happens because when you are at home, some people want you to attend to the family things. Then there will be something that you need to attend in your professional life. Now what happens is how you prioritize the things.
Okay.
And that is the reason I say it's a work-life integration. It is like sometimes it would happen that that point in time, it is you are in office hours because there is nothing called office hours now. Sometimes the meeting starts early in the morning, it goes late at night. So now you have to pick up the time where you need to allocate to your family and pick up certain time where you need to allocate your office. And you should not be very strict to it. The reason being, maybe that time, sometimes your family needs it, and that is the priority. You should be able to shuffle between that.
Switching between different activities.
Exactly. So, but not multitasking. That again is a different thing. Yeah. Switching. Yeah. But not multitasking. Because again, multitasking, when we are at a task and then again we come back to a different task, our brain takes time to get acquainted with the new task. So again, we exhaust a lot of energy there.
Yes.
Right? So I would say set chunks of time, 1 hour, let's say, or 2 hours, or this 1 hour, you have to set boundary that this 1 hour, I'm not going to focus on my, you can say to, when you're working, you can say to your family, okay, this is my time, official time, and I'm not available for activities until it is on urgency. Similarly, the same thing you can do in your office work. Okay, this is my family time, which I cannot compromise on, maybe 1 hour or 1.5 hour, which I cannot compromise on until and unless there is some urgent call, some issue, I'm not available. This is what is very much needed, and why I said is work-life integration.
That is true. I can totally relate with that. And that is a major, issue, and I would say problem of the IT professionals. And yeah, when I was also working, I faced, a lot of issues because I have a family also and kid also. And sometimes it is very difficult when you are working from home to set the boundaries also. Because this is what I have seen. So my next question is like how to set the boundaries. What is your suggestion, right? If somebody want to set the boundaries, maybe it is official environment or maybe it is at home. So how to set the boundaries in a respectful way? How we can communicate that?
Okay. So again, setting boundaries, when I say you need to prioritize the tasks at hand. You can say, okay, these are the tasks that I need complete focus on in my family life, and these are the tasks that I need complete focus on in my office. Because some tasks you can delegate at your home also, some tasks you can delegate at your office as well. It's not needed that you do everything. Okay, so
yeah, got it.
First finding that out, what are the tasks that actually needs you to be done, without you that cannot be done.
Okay.
Finding the task, then scheduling your daily routine. Once you schedule, you need to tell your spouse or family member, see, this is my routine, office routine. I have calls in this time. I have this deliverable for this day. These many hours I have to work. So this many hours I need to book for myself.
Okay.
And I will not be available. If something comes up, until I said, urgency is a very different thing which doesn't happen on a daily basis.
Yes,
okay?
That is true.
So until that urgency happens, please take care of this. Anyone, whether it is your spouse or whether it is your kid or whether it is your family member, whoever family member, you need to tell them and make them understand that this is something which needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, in your office also, you can do the same thing. You can tell your boss, okay, this is the time that I need to be available for my kid. 1 hour, half an hour, 30 minutes, whatever it is. So that boundary, you can tell, okay, beyond this, if you want me, once in a while it happens. No one can say no. But on a daily basis, if it happens, you need to tell them, okay, I'm not available beyond this time. I can work till this, say, let's say 9:30 or 10 p.m. Beyond that, I'm not available. If something is there, until it is urgent, I can take it up tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, you need to communicate. So effective communication is very important in setting boundaries. Like first, you need to have the clarity, what you need. And the second is effective communication with the respective people.
I got it. Yeah, that is true. And what I used to do actually, so based on the different life stages, where I was very sure I need a time, I have to give sufficient time to my son. So before getting into any assignment only, I used to tell them clearly, I won't be able to work after 7 p.m. If they are
Absolutely.
fine with that, and then only I used to get into that assignment. And and also I was very clear with respect to my work also, because when you are in priority, right, you cannot work at certain point of time, then nobody will be ready to compromise on their deliverables also. So what I used to do, I used to give, very productive hours during that time, you know so I used to manage in this way. When I'm not able to give extra time when my other team members are giving. So I used to always give more productive hours in the given time frame, along with, so many different options, which I feel it is not about competing. It is all about, contributing to the team. So this is the way I
Absolutely.
managed, because as a person, we shouldn't be, burden also in that on the team, right? At some point of time when you have your personal thing. I'm just talking about work environment. So this is the way I used to do it. So that is the reason, I never faced any issue in getting into any assignments. Although I had a small child, because I used to clearly tell that. But I started facing issue when everything went well. In the sense, then expectation started growing. So my next question is, what to do with those actually who create everything as urgency? We know like it is not urgent, but they will make that thing as urgent. So how to communicate to them when they are your seniors only? It's so difficult, right, to be telling them, no, this is not urgent, right? You're simply creating. You know that inside, like, oh, this is not urgent, it can be done. So how we can tell it to them to protect our boundaries in the workplace environment?
Okay. So first thing is, once you get any task, you there would always be an estimation that goes. So you can chunk out the steps. Okay, these are the steps that is needed to finish the work, and each step would need this amount of hours,
Okay.
these many hours. Okay, once you have that, now it is very clear. You can go and show, okay, these are the tasks that needs to be completed for completing this particular thing, and these much hour this particular task will take. So even though you say it is urgent, I will right now, even if I start working, either you assign me some more resources or it would take this much time. And then no one, when you go and say "Okay, this is not possible, people can't accept it. But when you go with the steps or the logic that this is how it is, then no one will be able to deny.
Negotiation, you're talking about
It's
negotiation.
not exactly negotiation, but it's about showing them the clear picture.
Okay.
This task will take this much time because these are the steps involved. And if I am the only person to do, then according to me, this is something. If you feel it can be done in a better way or if there's some more resources,
Mhm.
then you can help me out with that.
Okay, got it. Got it. So
That
we
is
have
one
to,
thing.
yeah, so first step is like discussion, right?
Yeah,
Discussion, and you should be aware about schedules and what is really happening, right? You
exactly.
should be aware about the project plan or whatever it is, and then only you
Yeah,
can present your data. Otherwise,
absolutely.
your situation will be always driven by the timeline. So yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I
So
got an idea.
urgency, the first thing is again when so you need to assess. Sometimes what happens, we are expected to work on anything,
Yeah, that is true.
okay, new technology or something. Then you need to say that this is new to me, and I would need some time to finish it up. Like because I'm starting, I'm not denying I won't work, but an experienced person might take lesser time, but it might take 1 or 2 days more for me. So it's always, whatever we have discussed till now, Sonal, I feel one thing that is very important is effective communication.
Yeah,
When
that
I
is true.
say effective, because communication we are doing every day, but we are not doing it in an effective way so that our point gets addressed and we also get to acknowledge what other person is trying to say.